all the goals. I want to put through my kids through school. I want to buy another house. I need a car. I want to change careers. Sometimes it's a lot. The financial planning space is changing, it's growing, and it's exciting. It's time. It's time for us to learn. It's time for us to not feel guilty about not knowing. And because there is a lot of support out there specifically for those who are ready to get going.
So you don't need to feel like you're behind the eight ball or, oh, geez, I should have done it yesterday or 10 years ago. Just start now.
Divorce can be emotionally and financially overwhelming. That's why I'm teaming up with Sunny Wishart, president and founder of A la Carte Financial and a certified financial planner. We will show you how to understand all things money without feeling ashamed, overwhelmed, embarrassed. You will learn more, ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Welcome to Money with Sunny. Let's get into it.
Today, we're going to talk to you about your wishing that you knew more about money, your wishing that you knew more about finances. And we're going to talk to you about 3 things that you can do to not wish, but do. Number 1, it's never too late. Number 2, you can learn financial literacy and growing your wealth. Number 3, take it one step at a time. Sunny, you have conversations with people transitioning through separation and divorce all the time. And they come into you and they wish they knew more, women in particular. They wish they knew more. They wish they could understand their spending habits, their saving, investing, how to learn the stock market. What does this mean? What does that mean? They wish. How does this conversation look? Where do you start with someone who seems so overwhelmed and then so stuck in their overwhelm?
Well, it starts with reassuring them that it's not too late. That tends to have to be a conversation out of the gates because it's the feeling that I'm getting is that they often look so deflated or disappointed in themselves and hard on themselves about this. And it's like, and I'm sitting there proud of you because you're sitting in front of me. And I have this questionnaire I send to my clients because sometimes articulating financial goals just aren't in our Rolodex. We don't know how to do it. So I send this questionnaire and it really pulls them out for me and I can make sure I speak to them. But the top of it says, congratulations. You're taking your first step towards being financially better off. Because that's a big step. One, just calling a financial planner in the first place.
Yep.
So it's not too late. I'm so glad you're here. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Great advice. And number 2, you can learn financial literacy. You can grow your wealth.
Yes. So this is like super exciting in my space. So, we do networking. Wendy and I, we network. We meet other executives and entrepreneurs and we meet people. And as I'm sitting and we're part of a women's executive network, and I sit and chat with these other women in finance running their businesses, and they are honing in on this massive gap of financial literacy for women at any stage and all different types of literacy. One specializes in teaching them how to grow their wealth and just blowing through those mindset issues and the scarcity issues. And let's focus on that. Another one, she focuses on just getting them in the markets and teaching them about participating in the markets. I really like to work with people on cash flow and how to save and to break down those barriers. But the world of finance is changing. And I think promoting women's financial literacy is becoming super popular, which speaks volumes that it's time. It's time for us to learn. It's time for us to not feel guilty about not knowing. And
Mhm.
because there is a lot of support out there specifically for those who are ready to get going at whatever stage they're at. So the financial planning space is changing, it's growing, and it's exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. So you don't need to feel like you're behind the eighth ball or, oh, geez, I should have done it yesterday or 10 years ago. Just start now. Working with the right people, have the right people in your corner and to support you. You can learn this stuff. You can learn how to become financially independent. That is really, really exciting. And yeah, I love our group too. So, number 3, take it one step at a time.
Yeah. So we sit there and so we have this kind of introductory call, and I want to get a vibe of where we should start in the financial planning world. Where do I need to start with this household? Sometimes it's a lot. All the goals. I want to put through my kids through school. I want to buy another house. I need a car. I want to change careers. And it's so much and it's overwhelming that you end up doing nothing because that's
Mm.
just easier than trying to do everything. And quite frankly, you can't do everything.
Mm-mm.
It's just the nature of it, whether it's money or whatever. We can't do everything with our time. Can't do everything. We have to be very have a process and we have to prioritize, and that's how we work. And if I catch that overwhelm that it's too much, and like, we're going to pump the brakes on this. We're going to drill down on 2 to 3 goals, and we're just going to focus on those right now because these are important to you. That's the beauty of the financial planning space, is that it can be gray. And it's gray because you have what you really want and this means a lot to you. Okay, well, we're going to make sure that we're working with that goal and that you remain financially sound while working towards these goals.
Mhm.
And you're just going to do this in the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. That's it. And then you're going to sit tight because then everything's running soundly and these goals are being worked towards. And then after we settle into working towards those goals, we'll move forward to the next ones. But if we
Mhm.
just one day say, I want to do everything on Jan 1, it's always Jan 1. And then,
And then what happens on Jan 2?
yeah, we drew, we do dry January, and on Jan 2, we're like, well, that was the worst. It's, it's,
Yeah.
it's like you
And
can't
I
because
mean, when I'm working with clients, I see a lot of fear, and fear keeps us stuck. So one step at a time is a great way to think about things. Take one action at a time to move yourself forward is the only way that you're going to get unstuck. It's the only way that you're going to create change in your life. Change is uncomfortable. You're going to sit, you're going to feel weird, stupid, uncomfortable, awkward. You're going to be sweating. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to budget. Oh my God, you've never budgeted. You're going to have to do things that are not comfortable. But as Sunny mentioned, when you know your why you're doing what needs to be done, and when you have some actionable goals and measurable goals in place to reach the goals, that will take you forward one step at a time. But just the fear of having to do everything will keep you stuck. So think about it differently and find the right people to work with Sunny to create a cash flow analysis to move forward with creating financial independence and financial freedom for yourself. You can do this if you want to. Sunny, I think that was great. What else have you got for us?
no, I think it's great. It's like I don't know how to drill home that it's never too late to be strategic about your money and to learn about it. And it excites me to see things coming out in the world. Like there was a new release that the high schools are going to start having financial literacy in them. Oh, good. We like it's about time we all build these foundations.
Mhm.
And I think we're just moving forward with this stuff. And I know it can be surprising sometimes to think, geez, how did I get this far? And I don't know about what compound interest is or whatnot. Doesn't matter anymore. there are so many so many support systems you can learn. And if you're not ready to make a call and work with someone, I've had people tell me they saw Instagram posts that taught them about inflation, and I was like, oh wow. And the way they explained it to me was spot on. I was like, this is nice to know that there's still a lot of good information you can get for free.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's never too late. It's never too late. Sunny wants me to drill it into you. It's never too late. Let's start a chant. It's never too late. You got this. It's never too late.
Do it.
All right. Well, thanks for being here today, Sunny. Great to see all of you, and we'll catch you again next week.